Maonisi na o whaupopongo tala mai lau KVZK le nea fiafi, ia manu ia tele lau whaasausaunga Amerika Samoa, tau whaasoifua. The CCCAS elected church officers during its closing ceremony. The U.S. Department of Transportation granted $2 million for Fitiuta Airport. Talo Falava and welcome to your evening news here on KVZK TV. The final session of the General Assembly of the Congregational Christian Church of American Samoa took place last Thursday, concluding with the election of council members and a subsequent closing ceremony. The final session of the General Assembly of the Congregational Christian Church of American Samoa took place last Thursday, concluding with the election of church officers and a subsequent closing ceremony. Since its establishment, the CCCAS has made significant strides across the region, comprising a fellowship of over 100 Samoan Christian congregations spanning in American Samoa, the United States, New Zealand, and Australia. Church leaders and district delegates convened at the Kananafo Theological College grounds for the assembly. During the assembly, votes were cast for new council members or church officers for the forthcoming Fonotele. Notably, Reverend Elder Faititi Foloi of the Alatawa Church District was elected as the church's moderator. Reverend Elder Dr. Latulangi Faalibao of the Saole District assumed the role of vice moderator. Deacon Ufangafa Ray Tulafono retained his position as the church treasurer, and Reverend Nafatali Falali'i was re-elected as the Secretary General for the ensuing 2 years. Nunaya Solile with your KVZK News. In news from the District Court, a $500,000 bail has been set for drug defendant Ollie Schuster, who is alleged to have obtained a package from the post office last Friday containing an estimated 40 pounds of methamphetamine. Here's more with Julieta Fengaimali.
Drug defendant Ollie Schuster appeared in the District Court this morning for her initial appearance. As initially reported by your KVZK TV, there was a heavy presence of law enforcement personnel, including armed vice and narcotic agents and officers from the Criminal Investigation Division at the Customs Office in Whangatongo last Friday. The heightened security measures followed the detection of illegal drugs in a parcel by customs agents, which Schuster had allegedly claimed. The authorities subsequently confiscated the illicit drugs, and the woman was taken into custody before being transported to the central station. A drug detection K9 was the charges: unlawful possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute methamphetamine and illegal possession of a controlled substance of methamphetamine. It's alleged Schuster was picking up a parcel that was addressed to her. For the intent of distribute charge, the criminal complaint states the defendant retrieved a package from the post office and attempted to leave. However, it was discovered there were drugs inside the package. Each charge carries a punishable term between 5 to 20 years and or fine of up to $20,000. The package the defendant retrieved from the post office reportedly contained 39.9 pounds of methamphetamine. Joyeta Fiangaimali'i with your news on KVZK.
The U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Aviation Administration has announced the allocation of $2 million to enhance the Fitiuta Airport in Manua. The U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Aviation Administration has confirmed a $2 million allocation for the Fitiuta Airport upgrades. This substantial financial assistance is part of the third phase of grants from the FAA's Airport Improvement Program, encompassing various projects. The funding will support the construction of advanced airport facilities, repairs and improvements to runways and taxiways, maintenance of airfield lighting and signage, and procurement of essential equipment necessary for the operation and maintenance of the airport. The primary focus of the grant allocated to Fitiuta Airport is to facilitate the upgrade of the runway pavement, aiming to enhance the airport's overall safety and operational efficiency. Notably, $374 million has been distributed to 46 states and American Samoa as part of this allocation. U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg emphasized the pivotal role of the Biden-Harris administration in the ongoing modernization of aviation infrastructure to bolster safety, resilience, and efficiency. He further emphasized that the announced funding will enable numerous airports to execute critical improvements, which will have enduring benefits for passengers in the years to come. Nunoya Solile with your KVZK News. The road to raising awareness continues for the American Samoa Department of Health. This is an ongoing effort for the lives they can save and an honor of those that have lost their lives from breast and cervical cancers. As emphasized many times by the department, early detection saves many lives through its programs that are implemented around the island in church communities, private sectors, and government agencies. The DOH reaches out to women of all ages, engaging through programs and empowering them with the knowledge that could save the lives of many women in American Samoa. Today, your KVZK TV had the opportunity to speak with Dr. Morella about their programs.
Doing a routine breast screening and cervical cancer screening for all women who are 21 years and above. We have clinics in Whangaalu, Amouli, Tafuna, and Leone. Apart from that, we do our outreaches to the different offices, just like here in the public information, and of course churches and villages. I know it's for so many years, but for me, as part of the program, I started in year 2022, after the COVID. For this year, no, we've been doing this every year. So it's only not to the government offices, but also we try to reach out in Manua as well. For the breast screening, we have an office that is located in Whangaima. And then they can reach out in our phone number at 699-2215 or 699-2216. Anyone who wants to have an appointment with us, they can call that number. And then everyone is there. The team is here, so I guess someone will answer the phone for them to do the appointments. I do after hours as well in Tafuna. That is every Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. But in the mornings, we do it at 8 o'clock, 2 p.m. But in Tafuna, we do it the whole day, every Wednesday. Actually, it's in our website that the schedule of the breast and cervical cancer screening.
4 young men from Tuamua have been charged with the possession of dangerous weapons, including stones and bottles.
These conditions mandate their weekly check-in at the Faleanta Police Outpost by 4 p.m. each Friday. They are slated to appear in court on the 27th of August. The incident occurred during the later part of a circus performance, causing shock among the audience and raising significant concerns about event safety. Awapao confirmed to Samoa Observer that a total of 15 young men were initially apprehended by police following the public peace disturbance. A comprehensive investigation and evidence collection led to the charging of 4 individuals. These men, all originating from Tuamua, have acknowledged being under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident. Joya Tafiangay Mali'i reporting for KVZK.
The world is headed for the Pacific to mine. An advocate against seabed mining says the International Seabed Authority Council is currently meeting in Kingston, Jamaica to continue the process of forming mining rules.
And finally, in news from the region, the upcoming ISA Assembly meeting scheduled for next week has gained attention as Gerard Barron, Chief Executive Officer of the Metals Company, expressed intentions to seek a mining license in the Clarion-Clipperton zone via Nauru this year, following the implementation of the two-year rule. This rule, enshrined in the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, stipulates that if regulations are not established within 2 years, mining licenses may be issued under existing rules. Nauru activated this rule in 2021, which expired in July last year. Phil McCabe, representing the Deep Sea Conservation Coalition, cautioned about the potential repercussions, emphasizing that mining activities could commence in 2026 without proper regulations. He likened the situation to a looming threat, expressing concerns about its potential impact on the Pacific waters within a short time frame. Notably, an increasing number of nations and territories have been advocating for a moratorium on deep-sea mining. Most recently, American Samoa imposed a moratorium on deep-sea mining through an executive order issued by Governor Lemanu Palipoi Selinga Maunga prohibiting any mining or exploitation activities related to seabed mineral extraction. The governor has stated that the moratorium will impede the gathering of nodules for educational and scientific purposes. Earlier this month, Hawaii introduced legislation prohibiting seabed mining. At the ISA meeting, McCabe reported a division of nations into two camps with regards to deep-sea mining. He mentioned a tense diplomatic atmosphere and noted that many countries insist on the establishment of rules and regulations before commencing mining activities. However, since such regulations are not yet in place, the submission of a mining application by a certain company would contradict the prevailing global stance on the matter. Troyeta Whangaimali'i with your news on KVZK.
Coming up next is the weather and tide report for American Samoa. And that is conclusion of this edition of your KVZK TV News. Thanks for joining us. Soifua.
Talofa, olo e mai mo mai le tautua le ala talua le KVZK TV, Pango Pango, America Samoa. You are watching KVZK TV Channel 2, Pango Pango, American Samoa.
Fatalo fat Samoa le tunu pele pa ia mawalunga lo mai mo mai fo indi vai aso. O sama u whainga o le atatia lea leo ese leo o le au noa o e Samoa o le atunu utofi. Mai le vau se ia o le whaavau. Pe o ese mato leo pele ai. E le te o e whaapopo ai se i o talangana. Pe si ai fo ese matala langa Samoa o e le atunu mamala. O whare tala mau pa ia mau sa ia tati atu. O le nei tu la mātou te whatalu whatu i le malu o le awhio mai, ma le su mai o le awhai ngarue ngā le atua o lo te sina nganga o tātou tangata. Whatalu whatu ta whtolu se tātou malo ngā lue malo on sai ma le whautauta. Whatalu whatu tupu mai e se o tātou tinuu malo le soifua maua. Mātou te whatalu whatu foi i tina matama mātitua. O lo lātou bōle whala, ia ma whiula muli la a wātiu te mawhaiwa o seo tātou atunu. Whātalo whātu, whalitua matausi, sāwa matamaitai, i la o tō matat la langa o le te wina o oa seo tātou atunu, mā lor soifua. Whātalo whātu i le mālosi o le nuu, ia mā lo ngā lue mā lo tautua. Ia whātalo whātu fo i whānawa o e māu, i tukuranga talavou si o tātou atunu, tā mamiteine i a matamaiti, e pei fo i lawa o le neipol kalama mo i lātou o whānaua o e māu. O lo nei la i tūla, e ia te au ni mitanga o le anganga, e whawheiloa e atua i a tātou mālo, whaalolungia fo i mo le neipol kalama, ua lewe on tātou le mafuta, i a whawhitai ua mātou mafuta atu nei, ma le tō whawhale ono, ana losa, anae le ulufai. Le ngata i lea o si o na alo, le tamaitai talavou ia Abigail, talameli anae fe ulufai. Lo mātou whaatase fo i masata li, si leo na tā ua fo i Neipol Kalama, ia le sunga le nā a talanoa i whaiva o li i langa fuaina. Ua fufuaina mawala awina e whānawa oe māu, ne ialo talavou si o tātunu, ma le tina foi, i le ea mafuta mai, so soani mai a te au, le watuina o nei tautua, mo oe mātua, i tama matein talavou, mana i o tātou tangata, i le whaafonga mai li nei tū la. I au le atu la le avanoa lea, i lau tō whaleono, ana losa, se i e saunoa ia, saunoanga pupu lava, tu sai foi mauina o le tausinga o se whanau, e o e se tina e se taimi ua malanga ai le tamā o le ainga i le wala au le li. A tu ua na o oe ma le whanau, se e saunoa ia e o mai ai i le wi i leo le whanau tatu mafuta Abigail i le Neipol Kalama.
Te atu i lau sunga i le ata o le sā, le unga turn. Le avanoa, ia ai o te manatu o lea ua kali i soifua le sopolia le pulisiri mai le langi. Wafu ai o na papale le langi, o manuia whaivo le nei asu. I le pa ia te oe le whale anga fulu mo le manua tele. Ai taina ne foi, le usonga ia te o mua mpuli. Ia tātou tau whai tala soifua le nei tai au lau sunga le. I le pule le pule kalama whaatai mo le nei awano wha aua ua au mai e. Aua i mai au ma le tamaita i nei le pule kalama. Ia le afo i se mau, ia le atau mwhai lau. Kinga awe le deikea, tau si lava. Kinga awe le deikea, tau si lava na o hau. So soani mai na i o ainga. So matuangani, a si o tina. I le tausinga o le whanau. Pei o la o tala le taimi ua whanau, te le lopo o whea amata i le angai, ese le matau tia, te le whaintana o wo o iai. I le tausinga o tamaiti a o na o mai, ia ai whangususu umaka mai ke ko afia, pampa umaka mai ke ko afia, unka okola i o le mai i, o na uta oto le ilano, lau te mai le alunga tasi, ia ai li o lo u, mātua tu lau le whaafonga a ngā Samoa. kamaking ya amang kuwa na wo fi wo au ngor se lo mo fa wo fi wo ma ko ai mu a ko ki ngo I feel ma ko ai mai ya le se ye pa wala me yo ja ro lo tona le atu ai pu le ai kangi beli si kami kiki e ave pong sa e fong susu ngal fa pe ko ai o fong susu kangi ai o te tau tino atu lava lo na o experience fa tanga tina o te le no fo a sa le ma to solo ile fa sa ia e ma tau tia lava a ki kilo ma tanga tau o tu po ta mati ai o umal ai ngore ko inga ai le laisa ai le soia ai le nga ai le paka ai le a Talo wad sa mawhai na mawhai on survive le aso. E ola vai se i le telo isi taimi e makwala ia se tupe le atu. Fia se lau milionga no I mata mo malingi o te tangi i le atua. A umare si aso a e pe afa pe o ave tongi tupe nei tangata i so swan me te au so singa whana. Ai o mai la taimi nei ia o manu ia o mar whana te tau tino atu lavo. O ma tau fwina no fotong ama tamai ngore ainga. E le fialu lo ko lo lunga ainga o kele fialu o ma tau ainga ave ma tau fi. E o le po lo I mata. Mo le po lo I mata o te le mai tau tala. O te le mai tau tala. A kimu o saule vai ma le maunga ia ka ke au ka ke e fa e o ma lawa le kimu lo ke whelua I fafu. E ave ese le vai le sau tongu. E eri le ala vai I pangpang o le matu. Yana mātua o mawai mara whānau. Whānau o matamai ti pangpang. Raise fo I pangpang. E taimira nei o le ua manuia le ainga, wha manuia le atua le ainga. Ua mātua whaatau le whanua whaatau I tāwhuna, whai fo le whale le tamau le ainga, o mautu o le ainga. Ua I Amerika o matamai ti, o le pepe lea o le whānau o toa iwa. Ia peila o na muni mau nei tae au, mātua, tau si whaamaoni lau whanau. Tau si whaamao. O awhainga tau le lua maftanga whale ngari. Ta talo le atua. Talo le atua. Awai, awo te peila o hao. Te leo taimi o kalela wā. I lo to lua. Ande mwhaino usa wari e se maro ai. Ko la ulu matua. Le wa whaia o. O le teine na ua matua I fo mo mana malamu. Na whai mai ai lawa ia tea. Mama. How did you survive? I lau whai poi ponga. O whak. O ko. O tau na u survive ai. Whatasi mo le rofo le tua. Ia o le tala noa tuna nei tula nei umi tele au te fia muli maula wala mtau tia o le atua. Malona pui ingo le nei ainga. Mai le mawhatianga. Mai le pala na matonu nofo ai pangupangu. Ia le watu nofo le whale tia watu. Au mai la vai le atua mai la pala le fale ma tau no foi o le fale o fitu tolu o se o anko ia wa uma nei wa pa every year fai mako feast o lo tele no na mar fai fi au o tele fi au na Amerika
Malo
ia nei fa na ni
o e fita lai ta o I le tulanga le fa matua a pizza o le nganga ma le ngalei o le tua ma la unga venga fita le fa manuia il fa na Abigail o ta ine o Abigail Calameli and I feel lu fai ia o le wi ile future career elimination to enter
September 2022 I just left. I just wanted to go off island to see it. I miss the life over here. Like, you have your own freedom. My friends, I don't have that much off island, so I wanted to come back. And I left, school just started, but I didn't go to school till second semester. And they were